How's it going? It's your boy Arne Huschenbeth. Today we're taking a look at a deck I've wanted to try out for a while. This is none other than the top performing green-white deck in the Streets of New Capenna Championship by Hisamichi Yoshigoe. I'm probably butchering that name. Which turns out has just started Magic a couple months ago, at least according to the coverage and what they said, and made the top 8 of the SNC Championship, which is quite astonishing. With his own brew. This is Naya Midrange. I haven't seen this before. Hisamichi built this deck and just crushed his first big tournament. I mean, it is amazing. So let's take a look at this homebrew, let's say. Well, it is very similar to a deck we already knew from the past. Green-white tokens, very strong, very proactive deck, but it is a new version of the deck essentially with a couple new changes. Gala Greeters over Prosperous Innkeeper. Big fan of that decision. Prosperous Innkeeper is just not good enough anymore as a card. Gala Greeters does so much that Prosperous Innkeeper does and better, and just keeps on accruing value over time. Very good with all the token generators in this deck. And also producing treasures for a card that I absolutely love right now, and I think is one of the best cards in the format, but doesn't really get a mention too much, is Voltage Surge. Voltage Surge, the gist of the format is most of the things are either like small 1 toughness, 2 toughness, or they have 4 toughness. Goldspan Dragon, Hinata, Raffine, all these things, Chariot. 4 toughness. 3 toughness, not that important right now. Like, there are not that many 3 toughness creatures, really. So that's why you don't see a card like Strangle, for example. And you see Voltage Surge, because it perfectly hits both those marks in some way. And being an instant is, of course, very huge. So all of a sudden, we have a green-white deck with an excellent 1-mana removal spell. That is pretty strong. We have Gala Greeters and Fable to provide us with treasures. We have Chariot we could theoretically sacrifice. I mean, if we have a second Chariot, that is something we can do. And then, of course, the other big one is the Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Absolutely fantastic. We're already playing a token deck where we want to have creatures on the board, where we want to create tokens. We can copy the Goblin token with the Chariot attacking. We can copy Skyclave Apparition. We can copy Warchiefs, Angels, what have you. It's just a very good card. It gives us card selection. We're playing a green-white deck. We don't really have any expressive durations or Raffines, Kaitos that draw us cards that make our draws better. Fable does that, right? We can cycle through some lands, or if we're missing land drops, we can cycle through spells. Yeah, it's nice utility. Alright, the rest, Luminarch Aspirant, Vetting Announcement, Warning Emperor, don't need an introduction. We have some Skyclave Apparition, absolutely correct to play 2. I like the 2. You could play more, but these days 2 is perhaps already enough. We have a fun of Valorous Stance. Just, hey, killing Raffine, killing Goldspan Dragon, not too shabby. I wouldn't play more than 1. With Fable, you can discard cards that are situational, so you can just get rid of the stance if you need to. And again, about the Skyclave Apparition, why do I like 2? It's so strong in certain matchups, like Runes, for example, with Fable. If you play 0 in the main deck, you really decrease your chances of winning against the creature deck. And just drawing 1 Skyclave and then having a Kiki-Jiki to copy it with can just win you a game that you otherwise don't have a chance of winning. A couple more fun-offs here, a couple of Workshop Warchiefs and Sanctuary Warden. Yeah, I mean, Warchief has its downsides against Vanishing Verse and Wandering Emperor, but maybe you can blitz it sometimes to, I don't know, kill off a Planeswalker on your opponent's side, gain some value, and it is quite the decent card against the blue-red decks, because they don't have an easy way of getting rid of it. And then we have a one of Sanctuary Warden, just a powerful late-game trump card, kind of good against Goldspan Dragon, if they don't have a Fading Hope to get it out of the way. Yeah, and both those also excellent with Fable to, yeah, in the mid-range fights in the late game to then trump your opponent, or your Junt opponent especially, with copying these, of course. For Emeria's Call, excellent in mid-range fights as well. after they Mythic you once, you just rebuild with an Emeria's Corp, Flood Protection. Very nice card. Absolutely love to see it here. And all in all, what I can say just from looking at the stack is that this is very good in mid-range fights. As long as opponents don't have infinite Mythic Massacres, because Mythic Massacre is really the biggest threat for this deck. The lesser Mythics, the better for this deck, because the grind potential is just immense. Alright, sideboard, we have 4 Archon of Emeria, helps against runes, very important there, can help against the Jeskai Dragonstorm deck as well, stopping them from going off with Leah, Disciple of the Drowned, etc. A couple of Brutal Cathars, more removal, a Skyclave Apparition, a Portable Hole, sure, cheap removal when you're in a draw, it's nice to have a 1-mana removal. Tamiyo Safekeeping, protect your stuff, and then we have Broken Wings for flyers, I suppose. And we have some Legion Angels here, because we have that one Legion Angel in the main deck. What I'm missing right now out of the sideboard is Guardian of Faith. Guardian of Faith, I think, would be an excellent card to have in the sideboard. Better than something like Tamiyo's Safekeeping. And you know what, guys? Hey, I will just make that swift change. I do trust a lot in this player's ability to build the deck. But I think it's an obvious miss on the Guardian, because that card is very important against Mythic Massacre sweepers alike. And protecting only one thing with Tamiyo, yeah, it's kind of nice with Archon of Emeria, I give you that. But otherwise, most of our deck doesn't really, all the creatures, we're fine with them dying. Like all these tokens, chariots, whatever, it's all replaceable. It's all like 2, 3, 4 ones already. So I don't necessarily want to protect that one creature. It's really just the Archon that I want to protect. And I mean, you could convince me to get rid of these Broken Wings, for example, because I don't really know what they're for. I suppose they're for dragons. But if I want to kill dragons, then I just play Valorous Stance. So, alright guys, we're just putting one Tamiyo back in. We're putting, I mean, I could also play Tangle Trap, but I mean, I don't know what enchantments you want to kill right now in the format, really. That I'm a little clueless about. Broken Wings, like we could play this to deal with the flyers, but then we could also play Valorous Stance, which is also kind of nice with Archon to protect it. Alright, sounds good to me. Let's go. Made some slight changes. I hope you're not too angry at me, but I just want to get those changes out of the way. Alright. Best of 3 Naya Midrange. Let's go. The worry with this deck, I believe, are the blue-red decks. But we can put on quite the clock, quite the amount of pressure. With Luminarch and Gala Greeters, and Chariot is very good against blue-red decks. And the Wandering Emperor can fend off Goldspan Dragons. Yikes. Okay. So we don't have red, and I guess this is a good choice. I'd love to keep the Fable over the Vetting Announcement, but I don't have red. Marco on mono green aggro? Okay, come on deck, I need a land. Moving into 5 already. I need to get a little lucky. Mono green aggro is interesting. A deck that... Oh, shoot. Lights out for me. That was GG. If I just find one land, at least I can just get a treasure, and then we can keep on getting treasures. But no land, no fun. Mono green is a deck that could really profit from... is it Hinata, Dragonstorm, all these decks being so popular these days? Thank you very much. That was enough. Alright. Okay. My setup is already quite good, I feel. I could just play a couple of these and then trim down on the wedding announcement. It's a little bit of a slow card. These Cathars, I mean, they're good, but they also are magnets for their Blizzard Brawl. I'll play one. We have these 4 voltage surge. They might come in handy here. Look, mono green is kind of nice that it has these 3 toughness creatures. Like Mammoth and the pack leader. They go around voltage surge kind of nicely. Okay. The deck plays 26 lands. And 4 of them are Emeria's Call. Could perhaps play 1 more land, theoretically, like 27. If 4 of them are Emeria's Call, you know. I'm also just hitting a little variance here that I'm low on lands. I think I want to get this out earlier. Just the treasure. It's nice. The mana generation. Ooh, nice one. And a Blizzard Brawl. Huh. Nice, nice, nice. Good stuff. Do regret putting the count on the Greeters. The Greeters was more important than the Luminarch here. With me being low on lands. Alright, time for the Chariot. Yeah, in hindsight, I really would just put the next count on the Luminarch. It does not make a huge difference, but I should have realized there that Greeters is actually the better card than Luminarch, which is weird to say because Luminarch is just the best 2-drop there is, right? We're all used to that. But in this situation, in this deck, Gala Greeters perhaps better sometimes. Really, especially with these voltage surges. My goodness, I'd love to have some artifacts to sacrifice. I could crew the Chariot and make it a 5/5. Attack. I could kill the Chariot off, and then I would have to double block. I have 2 cards left. Interesting, 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 interesting. Maybe I'm just relaxing, just doing nothing. Just play the Skyclave, kill that. Make another cat a 3/3. Or do I attack with the Chariot? And they double block. I could really clean up their board state, which is kind of nice. I guess they can just triple block, yeah. Right. Oh, that wasn't them. Yeah. It was a little bit of a punt, maybe. Alright. Okay. Next turn we can play Greeters and then get a token, get a treasure, and have Voltage Surge up. Yeah, Greeters seems, especially because you have these Voltage Surges, very, very important for the stack. Very important to drop. Oh, interesting. Oh, they want to draw a card, I see. Now I can just technically eat this. But, yeah, I mean... I don't know. I might just eat it, yeah. And then I can Volt Search the pack leader. Keep my 4/4 around. How slow should I play this? Should I just not attack? Alright. I'll play it very slow. No moves. You have to make them first move. If I attack the cat, they could just attack me again with the pack leader. That is powerful. Two travelers. So everything grows. By 1+1 end of turn. Just wanna defend myself nicely. I'll just pump these tokens up. Pass the turn. And then I'll gain some life. Or pump my greeters. Just gain some life. Okay, what are we doing? Okay, I want to start attacking. Maybe it's too early and there's no rush. Start attacking with this. They can triple block. I can first strike. I can give first strike now. Or I could Voltage Search the sculpture. I'll just Voltage Search the sculpture. Yeah, I mean, this should be a good matchup, but I'm one game behind. We'll see. But like overall, mono green can't really compete with what green white brings to the table. Wedding Announcements over time is pretty good. Wandering Emperor, Legion Angel. The decks are similar in a way, but Luminarch Aspirant is also very nice. Gala Greeters. This deck just is much better in a stalled game than mono green. I'm honestly not sure about these Voltage Searches. Perhaps I can trim them on the draw. They didn't seem that impressive this game. Hard to get going, hard to use. Mono green is quite good against Voltage Search. Jewel Thief, Werewolf Pack Leader, Grove Troll. Yeah, you can snatch a sculpture, I guess. Alright. Had enough. Okay. Valorous Stance. Brutal Cathar. I'm not 100% sure on what the right mix of things is. Wedding Announcement is... I have mixed feeling on Wedding Announcement. It's quite nice. The hymn effect is really good. But then it's also slow, so... These cards can either be very good or kind of bad, depending on what else you have. Wedding Announcement is certainly very good with Gala Greeters. But if you go Gala Greeters Wedding Announcement, they have a good curve out, you might already be dead, and you kind of have to then have a Skyclave on turn 3 or something like that. Alright, this sounds good to me. Removal, Fable, Chariot. Nice. Here you also see sorcery speed, cheap removal is not very good on the play. For example, if I'm on the play, I have a portable hole in my hand. Then it's my turn 2, I'll pass, and my opponent doesn't even have a 2-drop yet. So I can't use this. And then on turn 3, I want to use my Fable, but then I can't use portable hole anymore. And they have a 2-drop in play. So there, an instant speed removal is much better on the play, because then at least I can pass on turn 2 if I don't have a play, with Voltage Surge up. And then Voltage Surge, potentially their 2-drop. Just a little thing to note for yourself. So in this matchup, practically speaking, I don't want portable hole on the play. Simple as that. I don't know. This card, I think, has to get banned at some point. It's a little too good. Will I have time for the second Fable? Do I need that 5th land? One has 3 cards. How do I play this turn? Do I just keep up Wandering Emperor? Do I play my own Chariot? I think I play my own Chariot. Let me see. Could set this maybe. Maybe the Fable as well. It's a little slow. Does that change things? Now I can attack with the Goblin and the Valorous Stance for the Chariot if they want to trade. Otherwise, they just trade Goblin for Cat. Or just let the damage go through. Let's trade these. Perhaps I could have played the Cathar first. Huh. Interesting. So what do I do now? Do I just play Cathar, kill a cat? Use up that treasure? Probably a good idea, honestly. Get stuff on the board. Next turn I have a 4-drop anyway, so I don't really need that treasure right now. And then later on we can copy the Cathar with the Fable. That's nice. Apparizione. Yay. Chariot or Wandering Emperor. Or Skyclave Apparition. Options. I think I'll just pass. Flipping the Cathar seems nice. Theoretically, I wanna. Whoa, they're killing this. Targeting that. I could just exile that. Easy kill 2 kitties.
But I'm going to end it.
Take 4. Just thinking, like, if they have hexproof, I guess it doesn't really matter. Do I double block the Chariot with my Brutal Cathar? Probably not. Sure, I'll just do this.
You are not much of a roadblock.
So now if they play another spell, my Cathar flips. So they really want to avoid that. Yeah.
Strike fast and strike hard.
Perfect. Empty-handed. Again, this mid-range deck, this Naya mid-range deck looks very good against people that just want to have a fair fight. It's perhaps less good against blue decks, but hey. Anyways, so this at the beginning of each combat, so this will be a 6/6 every turn. How do I handle this situation? I think I have to use up my Chariot, unfortunately. That's okay, it's not that bad. Do I have lethal in the backswing somehow? 5/9, 12, 13 damage. I have 13. Not quite lethal. with the Den of the Bugbear. So I can destroy the kitty with the Wandering Emperor, I can pump a thing. I'll just kill the kitty. It's a 4/4 essentially. It's kind of annoying.
I'm never done with good. You're done.
Okay. So that's 3 blockers actually. Because they have the layer as a 1/1 or 2/2 then. And then they would actually still die because I have too much attackers. At exactly lethal, the Den of the Bugbear making another goblin. They block my 3 power creatures and then I die to 2/2 and 2 1/1s. Okay, nice. Naya Midrange. I want to play against Esper. That'd be fun. Or Grixis Vampires. And stress test would be against something like Jeskai Dragonstorm or Hinata. Schlop. Okay. So here we have Voltage Surge. Being an instant, it's kind of nice. It's sort of like a 2-drop, at least if my opponent plays something early. I have double white in my deck, double green later on. Funnily enough, this is the type of deck that's good against decks that are maybe good against Izzet, which is kind of funny. Like decks that are good against Izzet is like mono red aggro maybe, green aggro, mono white aggro, you know, these low to the ground aggressive decks. And those are good against Izzet decks, but they're bad against something like this. Grixis, blue-red with red. With black. I don't know what I'm up against. Multiple manlands. Could just be, is it mid-range splashing for black? Because I have another Chariot. I guess I'm okay with Chariot dying here. On the other hand, there's no rush on that front. You can just attack with the kitties for now. Interesting. Maybe I was just supposed to attack the Chariot there. What? 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 Okay. But I'm playing in some sort of control deck. Not against someone playing Kumano faces Kakasa.
I've learned much during my travels. Let me show you. Guards, to me. I guess that's that.
Yeah, Wilted Search ultimately not that great against this deck. Yeah. Something like Burn Down the House, on the other hand, pretty good. They're fading up for my cat. Looks like it. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Probably. I think it's a fading up for my cat, yeah. I'm just gonna copy the cat because I don't want them to. And I know the goblin is worth more, but if they're fading up there, then I don't want to lose my goblin. Like, either they have to fading up my goblin or they have to fading up my cat, and then I don't get a second cat. Yeah. Well, this is actually kind of funny against Voltage Surge with a gold span. Wow. Did opponent break the format here? What the heck? That's kind of cool. I'm sitting here on a Voltage Surge, being all happy. But my opponent has Kumano plus gold span. That's crazy. Damn. That's quite funny. I mean, this card does not look playable in their deck though. It's just nice how it lined up here, I suppose. Wow. Alright. It's your turn. Show me what you got. Geistlit Snare. Kumano, huh? On turn 1. Spicy. Build your own mana league. Guess it works with Fable as well. Opponent feeling comfortable, huh? Just get in there. Uh-huh. Doom and Crew, does it make any sense? I mean, could just use these two. 2 cards left. I'm a little worried about dying in a backswing, but like, I kill this, they have to have crazy combination of cards to win the game here. I obviously have no idea how they win the game here. Kill that. Prismari Command would be a pretty good start. Guess I could have played around Prismari Command by not attacking with the Chariot. Yeah. Four damage, who cares? Kill it. This is the last big swing. Do I have you or do I not? I have no idea what you could have here. Multiple things. Prismari Command. Whoa, shoot, that's a card. Huh, tempo game, huh? Damn. So they can phase out two things, but they have to... And then they block third. Holy cow. And then I die in the air. Wow. So if I wouldn't have used my Voltage Surge, I could have at least killed that, then don't die. Wow, that's impressive. Crazy deck over there. Oh. Not bad, not bad. Wow. I messed up, perhaps. That was crazy. So close. Not using my Voltage Surge, huh? But then I let them block. The thing is, if I let them block, they just phase out my blocker. No, I just have to pass priority, I guess. They do this. I Voltage Surge it. They still survive. Yeah, I still die, I think. That was brutal. Okay. Tempo. Skyclave Apparition. Doesn't seem very good here, does it? Archon has that crucial third toughness, which is nice. Yeah, I mean, what else do I have? Not much. Man, that was a close game. Yeah, I didn't think about that card, but I should have. I mean, that showed me Geistlight Snare. That one is a weird deck. I haven't seen that before, the combination of cards. Not the greatest hand ever, but it's pretty bad against Divine Disruption. Yeah, as I said earlier, this deck is quite good against other non-blue decks. Mid-range decks, creature decks. Not something like my opponent's playing over there. I do not want to play against that. Tempo, counter spells. Nope, definitely not the matchup I want to face. Divine Disruption on turn 2 every time. Playing 4, as you should, because it's really good right now. Now they play their own Fable. Yeah, exactly. You feel terrible about yourself, and this is why you should play blue these days. What's beating this? I don't know. I have no clue. Fable Javari 4 times in every deck. It's the best. I wish I knew what it beats, but the aggressive decks, the low to the ground decks, Burn, Boros, Monored maybe. I'm just guessing in the dark right now. Something like that. Fading Hope. That's crazy to me doing that. Okay. I guess they have a Geistlight Snare. Okay. Just so it's just like I was on to play this game, right? I didn't have a 2-drop. I guess this was my crucial mistake. Well, they did have a 2-drop. I'm getting so destroyed. Interesting deck though. Like I guess this is trying to beat the other blue-red decks with counter magic. This is what's happening here. No voltage surge for me, unfortunately. Could we kill the Kiki at least? Kumano faces Kakazan. Crazy. Spectra Adversary. Also phases out Goldspan. That's exactly lethal. Damn, wait a minute. My opponent's deck is sweet. I gotta try this. Spectral Adversary is just crazy good, huh? Phases out all these big things and then you just raise them with... And then you can copy it with Kiki. Wow. I gotta write that down for later. Why did my opponent play black? We don't know, I guess. Oh. Okay, I will have this footage I can rewatch. Okay. Had it a couple times already that we're so low on lands, so we gotta keep these shaky hands. Great, not great. But if I get the third land, I guess I'm fine. Man, I got absolutely bulldozed. Absolutely bulldozed there. It's cool, it's cool. Huh. Please let it resolve. They're vanishing verse, huh? Okay, yeah, kill it. I don't have to play this. This standard is all about hitting your land drops. You can't not do that. You lose if you don't. Any changes? Stance. Guardian of Faith, perhaps. This is the second game we lost just because we didn't have a third land drop. Just running a little unlucky today. 26 lands is technically plenty. Spectral Adversary. Very nice mana outlet for Goldspan. At least if your opponent plays creatures. Very cool, very cool. Geistlight Snare. One cheaper with an enchantment in play. I mean, the Kumano does not make enough sense to me yet, though. That my opponent played in that game. Jesus Christ, like, really? I didn't see enough creatures to make it make sense, you know? As far as I know, this is the end of the month. Today is the 31st of May. And this is... I think if you're top 200, you are qualified for the next qualifier weekend. So it's quite important for people to actually get that. And I think that's why we see a lot of action here. And I mean, or what I'm trying to say is there's something on the line. It's the end of the month. No attacks. Brutal combat. They have rare enfeeblement, huh? I think I'll keep, I don't know, keep one, keep both. Keep both, I think it's fine. Yeah, I just play both betting announcement here. It's a little better against the Mythic. Okay. Gala Greeters. Four cards. Am I actually supposed to play my Chariot here? Maybe I was supposed to just play the Greeters or do nothing actually, just stick with the board I have. Mythic should be on my mind. They don't block at all. Interesting. But I also do get to draw 2 cards here. And I have a Chariot in place still. Even if they have a Mythic, so it should be okay. I guess they get 2 2/2s at the end of the turn though. That's a little annoying. Okay. I get plenty of backup now. I'm just a little worried if they Mythic, I play Chariot, and then if I draw 2 lands off the top, you know. Could be a little bit in trouble. Interesting. Looks like a Wandering Emperor. So I think I want to go ahead and exile the festivities. I don't think they have Mythic Massacre in there right now. They would have played it. I don't know if I want to go ahead and activate a Kiki here to copy this, maybe. I think 1 we just use, yeah. And we attack with the kitties. And the goblins. Maybe the 1/1s as well? No, I think this is fine.
Now you've done it. Hat's coming off.
First strike.
Remember your training.
Well, well, well. Voltage surge. Okay. And I was going to exile the vetting announcement. Guess why not? Right now. Better be safe than sorry. Oh damn. Right, I can. Oh, that's a fancy trick. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can start copying with Esika's Chariot. You can start copying the something like a Skyclave Apparition that you copied with reflection, but it will stick around. It's pretty cool. Okay, yeah, the apparition was kind of nice. Perhaps I want to have another one of those. All right, let's go. If I actually make land drops, as you can see, I can win games. Ooh. That's too risky. This is at least has some early game. Perfect. I think what I'm starting to realize is that Esper and Raffine is just a tad too slow. Please, no Wandering Emperor. I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but it would be rough. That is absolutely acceptable. I'll split the love a little bit here. Technically, I mean, the wedding is a little better against Mythic, technically. Because it can draw you cards. Fable less good there. But it's, I don't know, it's tough to say. Exactly, if this happens, at least I can draw myself. Like if I flood out, Fable is better. Okay. Attack both, the Wandering Emperor, my Luminarch. Then they have an army of a bunch of creatures. I don't know, this is interesting. Interesting spot. Luminarch is quite good against the Mythic at least. They just go with samurais here, huh?
Run away. You'll be safer.
No, they kill that. Okay.
You are not much of a roadblock.
One card that is pretty dangerous is Loaf Spider Queen. I remember when playing green-white, like a month ago, Loaf Spider Queen was one of the ways you could lose. I mean, we have Voltage Surge, but we already used 2.
Strike fast and strike hard.
With red, we have access to Seismic Wave. Might be useful to have.
With the right tools, I can do anything. Now, what do we have?
I can make 2 angels here. That might be my way out of this. Planeswalkers are scary. I still lose against the Mythic, I guess, because Mythic is rough. They are left with the Planeswalkers, and I'm just left with 1 Fable. They also have Wedding Festivity. Yeah, like if they have a Mythic, I'm probably dead.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
Okay.
There's no secret I can't uncover.
Okay.
Our swords will pierce again.
Yeah, I think Simon Nielsen, my teammate, actually beat Naya Midrange in the top 4. It's interesting. Don't want to keep my angel around, but pumping it with the Emperor. I think yes.
I've learned much during my travels. Let's strike fast and strike hard.
Yeah, like Esper definitely does have the tools. I mean, I lost game 1 due to not playing any Magic, so yeah, I think Simon beat Hisamichi. Yeah, Simon beat this Naya deck in the top 4 with Esper. It's a close matchup, of course. I mean, Mythic is very, very good from the Esper side. No, I'll just let the Wanderer die. Selection can be really good. I don't know what we might draw into something we can copy, who knows? Or we can just copy an angel.
Thanks. I'll be taking that now.
Okay. I don't beat anything, basically. Do I just go face? They likely have Wandering Emperor, right? Which I can't beat, ever. Do I go face or just kill the Kaito? Put him to 7. They get 1 extra draw. GG. Alright, that's Naya. Okay.
You protect my people.
Not great, not great. No, I'm out of the top 200, huh? That was a steep fall. Yikes. Alright. Verdict on the stack. It's strong, certainly. You get Voltage Surge, Fable. It's nice to have those, but overall, it seems very similar. It is very similar. It is a white-based mid-range deck. It's very similar to Esper, of course. Fable is strong, but I think the package of Raffine, having Mythics and having the black, which gives you access to Ray of Enfeeblement, Underdog also is a very good 2-drop. That's a little bit more proactive in itself. Kaito, etc. Loaf. I said at the beginning that I think this is very good against other mid-range decks, but I'm actually not that sure that it's good against... Like, it's very close against Esper, I would say. And Loaf Spider Queen seems like a huge problem. Mythic seems like a problem. You're not even playing Guardian of Faith. And yeah, you don't really have card advantage. As you saw in that game, we just ran out of cards. You can fix that by playing a couple of Reckoner Bankbusters in the sideboard. I think they are a must-have for a deck like this, actually. Maybe even better than Guardian of Faith. Just switch those out for Bankbusters. So you can actually... Because Bankbuster is excellent against Esper in those post-board games where it's grindy, as you just saw in that game. It would have perhaps won us a game if we would have drawn it, which we couldn't because we didn't have it in our deck. But yeah. Opponent never played a Mythic, right? Yeah, that's kind of funny. Yeah, I don't know if I recommend this to you guys. If you want to play something like this, it's definitely good, but perhaps not that well positioned right now. Okay, guys, that's it. That's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave me a like or a subscription. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.